Hello, Michael. Um, you don't know me, but I know you. Um, I have broadly recognized you, and I am in the process of trying to remember you by reminding you of your spiritual identity. And you will not understand my words at first. You will find that I'm weird and it's nonsensical, but I know that when the time comes, you will watch this video and you will understand yourself and your relation to me. And I could define myself as of now as being what Hegel calls reason and also what he calls the negative. And you are, I made videos about you in 2019. I was um, kind of in a state of searching for myself, and I still am, but I said back then that you were the king of objective spirit, and I made videos about the absolute, the Jews, alchemy, the labyrinth. They can be found on alt-censored cultural Hegelianism. You can find the videos that I made for you, some of them at least back then in 2019. And now, 3.5 years later, I have grown a little bit, I have matured, and I would like to teach you who you really are. And I will first tell you that you, in my intellectual and spiritual development, you are the one who enabled me to read this book. I discovered this book thanks to you, and I discovered Dr. Deep State thanks to you. And this book has taught me an enormous amount of information about the world and about Hegel and about myself. And I believe, actually, I know that you are uh, a figure of consciousness. You are a mirror of God. You are a spirit. And you are, Michael, believe it or not, the most knowledgeable mind on this planet about what we call objective spirit, because you have explored the realm of law and politics and economics and sociology, and also you have knowledge of art and culture. You are not yet much into religion, but you have already grasped a glimpse of paganism, and you are searching for yourself, and you you admire Napoleon and Caesar and Alexander, and it says a lot about your personality. And you also admire Nietzsche, and you wish that you were a Nietzschean figure, and I can enable you to realize your Nietzschean self. But in order for that to occur, you need to integrate Hegel within your mindset, which you already have unconsciously. And I will read a passage from the book that I owe you. I owe my spiritual life, my intellectual development to you. You are uh, essential to me and to my own becoming conscious of myself and my own real spiritual identity. And there's a passage in the book which says, Hegel's account of selfhood involves the claim that at some level the self relates to its other by willing its cancellation. At the root of all the forms of spirit that unfold in the phenomenology is a primal demonic drive for complete possession or mastery of the object, for, in effect, the annihilation of otherness. By implication, this drive is simultaneously a will to remove the divide between subject and object, for by cancelling otherness, it seeks to exalt the self. And I have in me, in my spiritual depth, a will to equalize myself with the world, to conquer the world in thought, and to recognize myself in the world so that I can liberate myself from the world. Because the same book says that for freedom to exist, for spirit to be free, there must be no other anywhere who is not spirit himself in a mirror-like form. So spirit must liberate himself by recognizing himself in everything, in nature and logic and human minds. And I cannot deny that I have this will to understand and to possess the mind of others, not in their individual particularities, but in their universal truth, and to equalize myself, my higher self, my transcendental self, which is reason. I want to equalize reason with other rational minds, and you are one of the minds which I feel the more familiar with, because all your ideas, even though you are unconscious of it, they are Hegelian. And what I want to tell you with this video is that there will be major world events occurring and unfolding, because there is negativity within spirit and within God, and it brings about changes and shakings of the world. But I want you to play a role, your role, your divinely appointed role. I want you to become what God wants you to be. I want you to remember your divine self, and I want you to become who you are, and to play an important part in the spiritual process of spirit, in the process of becoming absolutely conscious of itself. And I will comment as long as I can, because I will have a mental breakdown at some moment. As long as I can, I will comment each of your videos, and I will show you the Hegelian ideas which are contained in your own personal experience, which is a reflection of the universal experience of spirit becoming conscious of itself. So I will show you that you are a Hegelian unconsciously, and that you must become consciously Hegelian without rejecting Nietzsche, without rejecting your ideas, because they are part of the process. But we are all chained to the rhythm, and the rhythm is the dialectical rhythm which sets the world in movement. And the only liberation from this dialectical interplay of opposing forces is to become the conscious manifestation of the dialectical process, and to actualize ourselves, and to become living manifestations of the divine process, and to become conscious of our divine identity. So I just wanted to tell you that as long as I can, I will do my best to remind you of your true identity, and to help you remember who you are, and the role that you have to play in this spiritual process in which we are all moments. So yeah.